Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Build the Moomin house, part 5. In this video, we'll be completing issue 39 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. As always, with every build, there comes a magazine and comes components. So let's put the components aside. The magazine's gone a bit... While I was away from my desk, a little pot of water like this had fallen over, and it's kind of crumpled up my. See there, it's all. And then, as I was trying to fix it, it stuck to one of my diamond art painting, and when I tried to remove it, it kind of ripped a big piece off, like this. So it's been in the walls, but anyway, we'll continue. So. See the water mark there? It's not good. So this is, we completed this in this issue. The ceiling to the first floor. That's all done. So in this issue, sorry, in this video, we're going to be building another bed. Now we've built one of these beds before. It was Moomin Mama's bed. Now this one is Moomin Papa's bed. So. And this is what it will look like when it's finished. It should look exactly like Moomin Mama's bed, which I'm going to bring down. So when I'm building it, I've got a reference. So that's Moomin Mama's bed there. So I've got to build Moomin Papa's bed exactly the same way. See, there's the pillow on there. So that's Moomin Mama's bed. So, as always, we've got to do our admin work. I've got to make sure we've got everything here. This should be quite fun because I've built one before. So let's just have a look inside these components. So, we've got 2 bedsides there. We've got our bed base, which is here. And we've got headboard and footboard, and then we've got these. We've got 2 long legs and 2 short legs. Let's just remove them. Okay, and that is everything we need. So much stuff stuck to it, and it's ripped and it's got soaked. This is a nightmare. So let's put the magazine aside. Let's begin. So the first thing we've got to do, I brought these pieces together. So this is the bed base, this is the footboard, and this is the headboard. So we have to glue all these together, and we have to do them in a specific way. So first of all, I'm going to get some glue. So I'm going to put some glue on this end here. I'm just checking to see. Just going to loosely fit them together to make sure that they go together. Yeah, there and there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on this end here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slot it on this side and just see. So it doesn't really matter which end it goes. That's okay. So I'm going to put some glue on here, on this end where I'm going to put the headboard. So there, there, and there. And then I'm going to get a cocktail stick and I'm going to move this glue around like that. Up the sides there. Let's make sure it's covered. And then I'm going to get the headboard, and you have to have this moulding detail here. You've got to have that facing into the bed because it's the headboard. So I'm just going to push that through like that. hold that in place. I'm going to remove any excess glue, which is here. Like that. I'm just going to hold that in place like that. So it starts to sit. I'm going to put some glue on this end here and put the footboard in as well. Which is probably not a good idea. I should really wait for it to dry, but it's fine. I've done this before, so it should be okay. So I'm just going to spread the glue around like that. Okay. And we just put the footboard, and the footboard needs to face outwards like that. Just make sure we've lined it up like that. Just remove any excess glue. Although you're not really going to see it, but so that's those bits, but I need them to dry, so I'm going to sit that down there and let it dry. Next thing to do is to put the sides of the beds on, and how they go on is the little side here, so there's a big side and a little side. The little side goes to the bottom, and the channel you fill that with glue and then stick it on the side there, but you leave a gap at the top and the bottom for the legs. So I'm going to put some glue in the channel like that, and then I'm going to spread it around with a cocktail stick. So make sure it covers the whole of the inside. Move the glue up. So we've got a little blob there, a little lump that we don't need, so we just need to move it up and down like that. And remember the small side at the bottom, so we just need to clip it onto here or attach it onto here like that, there. Just make sure there's a gap at the top and the bottom, which there is there, and that's how that goes on. And we need to do the same on the other side. Get some glue in the channel. Bring our cocktail stick back and just move the glue around like that. Removing the excess glue like that, so it's filled in the channel. So I'm going to attach it, the little side at the bottom. There. Just going to remove the excess glue. From both sides, there and there. There. going to leave that to dry. Sides are dry now, so what we need to do is we need to put the legs on. In issue 31 there was like a clear plastic template that you sat the bed on while you put the legs on. I seem to have misplaced mine, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this bed and I'm going to put the legs, if I can, I'm going to put the legs where these legs are. I'm going to do it like that, hopefully it works. So I'm going to try that. So I need to put some glue in this corner here. Yeah, and not do that. Yeah, put some glue in the corner, like that, there. And then I'm going to start off with the tall legs go at the headboard and the short legs go. I'm going to try and match. So that's where that is there. I'm going to try and match these legs. I'm going to have to do them one at a time instead of two at a time. So I've got to match the height. Just push them together and match them. So yeah, that's about where they need to go. So I'm hoping that glue, just push it in and then move them back. So slide it down a bit there. So that's how I'm going to match it, like that. And just do each of the four legs separately like that, so that they're all the right height. I mean, I could probably do it by eye, but so match them to, so that's about the right position. So I'm not going to be able to match it by eye because I could measure it, I suppose, but I think I'll do it this way. And I'll do this bottom leg and I'll match it up the same way. So that's where that is. Just pull it out. Put some glue in this corner here. There, like that. And then match up. So that's the level there, and then fit this in here where that sits, like that. That's roughly where that goes. Just need to clear up some of that glue. I've got some glue on this bed as well. It's not perfect, but that's kind of how I need to do it. And then once that's dry, I can flip it over and do the other side. So I could do this side and just match up the legs that way. It's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. Just got to hope that is right. I may have to take one of the legs off once it's done, but that's how I'm going to do it. Just going to put the other two legs on, the tall one at the headboard and the small one at the footboard. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in the corner here. That. I'm just going to line it up. So it's about there, and then just going to sit it. Just check it's lined up properly. There. I'm just going to, I'm just going to sit it in the same position. So I'm going to hold it there, and then I'm going to reline it up and just make sure that, so that's it lined up there. That leg seems to be at the same position as that leg. So that's it there. Just remove that excess glue and then do the same with the bottom. Turn the bed around. Put some glue in this corner here. That. And then just line it up with the base of the bed, sorry, the foot plate of the bed there. So that's lined up. Just position it in place, so it needs to be there, like that. Hold it there, okay, and then just let that dry. Let those two legs dry. That's just dry now. It didn't actually turn out too bad when I didn't have the template that sat underneath. It's kind of, yeah, it's just the same as this. So what we've got to do now is we've got to paint these, see all these edges here, here and here. I've got to paint all them. Just checking to see where I painted the other bed, which is here. So I just need to paint these and this and these two sides. So I've got my water, I've got my pot for paint, I've got my paint, I've got my System 3 acrylic white. So it says to add some brown into the white, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to paint it white. It's up to you what you choose to do, but I think I just painted this just white, so I'm going to do the same with this one. So just going to I think that's enough. It's quite big as this tub of white. So I'm just going to add some water in there and give it a mix. And work out which brush I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use this one here. Just need to give it a mix. Oops. Splashing out a little bit, which isn't good. Just gonna make sure that we I think that's okay. So I got my paper towel down in preparation. So we know when we do the first coat, it's going to soak the paint up. It's acrylic paint, so once the second coat goes on, it will start to look the way we want it to look. So I'm just going to start painting it. Zoom that in a bit closer so we can see what we're doing. I've done this before, so I'm finding it so easy to do this one. I think it might need a bit thickening up, maybe. We'll see. It usually thickens up on its own anyway, does the paint, so it's going to soak up the first coat. As you can see, it soaks it up, and then you can't really see where I painted, but it's putting like a plastic covering over it, over the porous wood, so that when you do the next coat, it won't soak up. So let's just get this done. Okay, that's those two areas done, although they don't look like they've been done. And then these. Turn it around. And it's porous on here, but the wood is lighter, so it, you know, it's a different type of wood as well, I think. Right, so I'm going to leave it there to dry. And then I'm going to come back. Okay, I'll work on the next coat now. So it should actually go better on this time now, this second coat, because the wood's been sealed. Spin that around. And the sides. Okay. Just leave that to dry. Just give this another coat. Gives me paint a bit of a mix. Yeah, the paint's starting to take, really starting to take now. Just paint it and just keep painting it until you're happy with how it looks. So these sides, I think I might just give them one more, just to finish them off. Because they were lighter wood, they actually, they don't need as many coats. Just trying to get these tops covered. Okay, I just need to leave that to dry again. This coat's dry now, we need to put another coat on. I'm going to give the paint another mix. Covering the area that the paint misses, or where the paint soaked up or shifted. Just do as many cuts as you feel you need to do. It's going to be a bit more generous with this paint. Because it could be the last coat. We don't really need to do these sides anymore because they're completely white. So we're just going to let this coat dry, and then see if we need to do another one or not. So I brought the other bed back. You can just see the Moomin Mama's bed there, right next to Moomin Papa's bed. So as you can see, they do look the same. They've been painted the same, constructed the same. In a future issue, we'll be putting the mattress in and the bedding in for Moomin Papa's bed. It won't be in the next issue, but I think it'll be in the issue after that. In box 12, which I have at the side of me here. So, as always, we've got merch for the channel. We've got stickers like this. Links in the description. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Get what you want. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.